This video is to show you how to subscribe to the FinChain nodes that have newly been added, the 2200 that you can subscribe to now. You can click on FinChain node here, and I'm just going to start with the tutorial, okay? To max out a node, it's $1 million. And it's divided up into subscriptions after the creator has put in 100,000 in order to create the node. So 900,000 is left for other people that can subscribe to it. So what you want to do, based on how many node vouchers you have, scroll down and figure out the one that's closest to being subscribed with whichever amount you have. For instance, if you only have $50 worth of USDT, you can probably subscribe here. Well, actually you can't. You could probably subscribe here. Let me make a better analogy. If you have $1 worth of USDT, you can subscribe here. But if you have an amount that's going to put this node over the $1 million mark, then you cannot subscribe here. You will have to subscribe to one that's lower. So in this wallet, I know for a fact the amount that I have, I can subscribe to this node. So you click on subscription and you click on use of node subscription cash. It will show you how much node subscription your cash voucher is worth. Do not put in the pennies amount. Type in the dollar amount. This one says 954 and press subscription. It will show you the transaction amount. It shows you also that you need to have BNB in order to complete this transaction. Type in your password and then click OK. It says incorrect. Transaction broadcast. You can scroll to the top and click subscription records, and it will show on the following page. It will show that your subscription was successful to that particular node. It'll show you how much voucher you put in there, and it will show you that it is successful and at what time it became successful here. So you're done with that. That is my tutorial, but let's go back to the home page and let's discuss a few things. So if you didn't know, a few days ago, the company came out with an announcement saying that it's going to liquidate the assets and that everything was going to be converted to a voucher. So I'm going to click on this announcement. Even though it was announced that they were exiting the China market, they later came back and said that they're exiting all of these markets, and all of these users' assets would have to be liquidated, and the system was on pause for several days until we were waiting for them to turn the functions in the system back on. But they came in and they told us they were converting everyone's assets to vouchers, and this is what we would have to do to move forward. And it appears, based on the announcements, that we would have the opportunity to subscribe to the new nodes, and that after the 18th you would begin earning mining rewards, which that is going to happen on the 18th according to this announcement. And it seems like from the previous announcement where they let us know that this was going to happen, it doesn't look like this is an option. It looks like this is this is something that's going to happen whether you do it or not. The system will do it for you. It looks like in this statement here, you can pause and read that, but it basically says the system will do it for you if you haven't done it by the time it counts down. So that is that. let me also touch on people who have not been able to subscribe to nodes ever. And, even if you had nothing staked before the system paused, if you are already a member of the SCF community, meaning that you downloaded the app and you have your 12 words, you still can subscribe to a node by clicking here. And I'm just going to show you for completeness. If you have no vouchers, you still can do this. If you click, I'm just going to click here because to make this quicker. You can click right here. It says minimum is 1 USDT, and they're talking about USDT BEP20. So if you have USDT BEP20 and BNB for gas fees, you can subscribe as much as you want. Like I said, the max to make a node functional is $1 million worth of USDT. So if you want to come in here and you have 500,000 worth of USDT, by all means, you can subscribe 500,000 to a FinChain node. You do not have to have a voucher in order to do this. Now, I'm going to go back out of here to again show you. If you click on subscription rules, it's going to tell you everything that you need to know in terms of what are the benefits, who gets what, and how this all works. So you either can pause the screen and read this or however you want to do. But it basically tells you right down here what are the benefits of subscribing to a node. And basically any SCF coin that is mined, you're going to get a percentage of SCF based on your share in whichever node you subscribe to. Again, it doesn't matter which node you subscribe to. It only matters if you're a creator of the node, which you can't be if you're just watching this video and finding this all out right now. They're all sold out already. Or you are a subscriber to a node. That's the only thing that matters. If you're a creator, you're getting 20%. If you're a subscriber, you're only getting 80% of, whatever's to be shared in the remainder based on the share of the node. For example, if you only put in $10 worth of voucher, you're going to get a very tiny amount based on that share. If you put in 900,000 worth of subscription to the voucher, you're going to get a much larger share than someone who only put $10 worth of USDT in there. So again, I just wanted to point out the subscription rules, benefit, all that kind of thing to you. A node is basically, this is a very, it's an analogy. It's a very, very basic analogy, but you can think of a node as like a cash register. You're wanting to put stock in some cash register, and you're saying to that cash register's owner, hey, if I put X amount of dollars worth of shares into this cash register, every time you ring someone up, every time you do a transaction, I would like to be paid a fee. That is basically what this contract is saying. You're subscribing to a node in order to have ownership in a portion of the node, so that when transactions come through the node, you will be paid some portion of income, which is to be paid out to you in SCF according to this calculation down here. And I'll put that on the screen too, because I did work that out. So I'm going to pause here. So this is basically, you can pause here and read this, but this is basically some notes that I took to show you the calculations of subscribing to a node. And again, this is per block. And if you look into the app, blocks are created frequently. I don't know how many blocks are created per day, but there's not just one block created per day. So you're not getting one transaction worth. Okay, but that's, you know, way too detailed for the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to A, show you how to subscribe to a node if you want to do that. B, show you the benefits of having yourself subscribe to a node. Also letting you know that if you don't have vouchers, you still can subscribe to a node with USDT. Also showing you this calculation. So if you want to do the math yourself and see whether or not this is going to be something that's beneficial to you, but also realizing that for as long as the blockchain is a thing, and I think they said something like at least 70 or 80 years that you're going to be contracted to be paid out these mining rewards, you're going to continue to get these mining rewards. So while in the short term, it may sound like a little bit of gain, over the long term, you will continue to get paid out these mining rewards, which obviously can be converted into any other type of coin, and then converted to cash, fiat in the future if you so choose. I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want to with this crypto. You can do whatever you want to with this information. This is not financial advice. This is not any recommendation to do this. This is simply a tutorial for anyone who wants to know how to subscribe to a node. And I'm just going to end on this page because this is the page where all the information is. And I hope that you have gained or learned something from this video.